Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. So this is a gentle strengthening class. It's going to be pretty short, just going to show a few exercises. So good for most bodies, but please, as always, go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, skip anything that doesn't work for you and really listen to yourself. So we're going to start with horse stance. This is such a great pose, bang for your buck, good for strengthening, and good for both beginners and advanced. So you can separate your feet a comfortable distance and feel free to bring them out or in. The main things you want to pay attention to is that your knee is above your ankle, so it's not going forward of the ankles. If I go like this, that's not what we're doing. We want the knees right above the ankles, and feet and knees pointing same direction. So I'm going to open my knees as much as they'll go, and that's where I want the feet to point. Pelvis is neutral, so it's not tipping back or forward, but just regular. And then we're just going to settle in. So if you want to go deeper, just take your feet far enough apart that the knees aren't going past the ankles. So we're going to sink right in there. And you'll probably start to feel it right away. So to not go beyond what you're capable of, when you need to take a break, come up and take a break. Just straighten for a moment, and then if you're able, come back in. So we'll just hold here a little bit. While we're here, consciously engage your abdominal muscles. Draw the belly in. An image that I love, if you've ever made a smoothie in a blender and it kind of goes down through the middle, imagining you have that in your belly button, going in, support. So I'm already feeling my legs quite a bit here. So try and drop the shoulders, relax your face, belly in. Might bring hands to prayer position. So we've only been here a very short time, and wow, that's a lot of intensity. So that's one of the things I love about this pose. Very short time, a lot of bang for your buck. You want to add a few more things? Lift your toes. This engages the arches, gets the feet activated. And keep that belly drawing in strongly. If you're doing this video multiple times and want to get creative, you can be doing arm stretches while you're here, anything else that's interesting for you, and also just hanging out. All right, I'm really feeling it. Let's release. You can bring your feet in. Kind of shake that out a little. All right, with feet hip width apart, we're going to just lift the heels a couple times. So if you need for balance to bring your hands to a chair, you're welcome to. You can also bring arms out. That could help. So we're just going to lift heels up and down. And try and go nice and slow, up and down. For those of you that this is very easy for and you want to make it more challenging, you could alternate, bring all your weight to one foot. And that makes it quite a bit more challenging. If that's too much, stay with both feet at the same time. Trying to keep breath steady while you're doing this. We'll just do a couple more. Up and down. Great. Okay. Legs hip width apart. Try and keep your knees in line with one another, and we're going to bend one leg and bring the heel up and down. So what you want to try and do is not let your knee come forward while you do this, but keep it in line with the other. So imagine you had a little bar between the legs, and then heel up and down. So this is for the hamstring, probably feel it. We'll just do a couple more on this side. And again, if you need a chair to support your balance, feel free to do that. We'll do one more on this side. And then release and switch. Okay, so knees in line with one another. So the leg that's working, that knee is not coming forward. Try and put the smoothie in the blender here. It's good anytime. Your arms can be out to steady you as well. Let's do one more. Good, release. Shake that out. Okay, let's come down to hands and knees. If you need to pad your knees, you can grab a cushion, a blanket, or a towel would work. And from hands and knees, we're going to take one leg back, toes tucked under, and press back through that heel. That might feel good after those heel lifts, stretching that out. We'll go back and forth a couple times. And now lift that leg up to hip height. You can either extend the opposite hand so fingertips are on the floor if this is too tricky for balance, or take it all the way up. So this is working core stabilizing muscles. Lengthen out, fingers, heel. And then release and switch. Other side, toes tucked under, take a little rock front to back. Now lift that leg to hip height. Keep the smoothie in the blender, pulling that up. Opposite hand can be fingertips if you need a little balance, or all the way up, shoulder height, neck long, spine long, pulling up away from the hand that's on the floor. Smoothie in the blender, belly lifting. Release down. Can take the hips side to side, release. And let's just do one more. We're going to do a little plank pose. So come down onto your forearms. So elbows are right under shoulders, and then step your legs back so your knees are off the floor, belly's off the floor, and everything's in one straight line. So try not to have the hips too high or dipping down. Everything's in a line. Smoothie in the blender. Belly lifting, thighs lifting. Lifting up away from the forearms, breathing here. This is another great pose. Big bang for your buck. If you have lower back issues, strengthening your core, doing a few planks every day, or doing one plank every day for, however long you can. You can start with a few seconds, work up to a minute or a few minutes. Last couple seconds here. Let's come on to one elbow, stacking the feet, lifting the opposite arm up. If this is tricky for balance, you can bring one foot in front of the other instead of stacking. That'll be a little bit easier to balance. Smoothie in the blender, strong core here. Let's go to the other side. Pulling up, breathing. Let's release. Take a little child's pose. And then make your way up. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. Feel free to keep going on your own, take a few stretches. And such a short thing that, over time can bring a lot of strength. Enjoy.